suddenly you're feeling really exhausted and you don't want to continue working on this report. You feel like you need to look around, you need to swirl in your chair. Those are all the signs of fatigue. That's your body telling you that focus is not happening. And the minute your brain does not have the capacity to focus, your body will start reacting in stimming. I don't know if you've heard the term stimming before, but stimming is certain signs your body gives you. Okay, it's tired, it's not focused, and it needs breaks. आप notice करते होंगे कि either you flip your pen around, like a lot of times you start taking your pen, you flip it around, or constantly moving your legs. If you or people around you in the meeting or even during work hours are constantly shaking their legs or shaking their hands and constantly trying to move their body parts, that's a sign that your body needs movement. And more than movement, your body is tired in a way that it's not going to show you, okay, oh, I'm just feeling down. You're probably just distracted. And distraction is another sign of fatigue. When you're not able to focus on something for too long, that is also another sign of fatigue. Emotionally, that can come up as frustration and irritation. If somebody assigns you a job, if somebody is telling you to send in reports at a certain time, and normally you're really good at doing all of those things, but suddenly you're irritated, you're frustrated that why am I having to do this? When is it going to end? Where am I going to be done? I mean, that's a very normal human response to a very long work hour. And that's why it's important to take those long work hours and divide them in such a way where you're not tiring yourself out to a point where you're not enjoying what you're doing anymore. And from what we know when it comes to productivity is, even if you're giving a few hours to your job, as long as you're really in it, you're enjoying what you're doing, you're not going to feel it so much, right? But the minute you feel it, you're feeling frustration, irritation. And a lot of times kya hota hai, at work you can't show those things. You cannot show it to your colleagues, you cannot show it to your bosses that you're frustrated and angry. You have to keep up good appearances. Maybe to your colleagues you can show it, but maybe not to your immediate bosses. You cannot have those discussions very openly that I'm feeling frustrated and I'm feeling irritated with this work, because it seems like you're cribbing. It'll come across as आप excuses दे रहे हो. And sometimes you hold that in, and then when you go home it all comes out, right? So if you're going home after work and your mood is constantly sour, you're taking it out on people around you outside of work, or on the cab guy who's taking you back home, or just people around you after, that's a clear sign that your body and your mind are tired. And when we have these signs like this constant fidgeting that's happening in the body, constant movement that you feel like you need to do, again, all of these are clear signs of fatigue. So it's very important to be able to identify this. A lot of times we think, ha, ye aisa hi hai. This is what happens to everybody. While it does happen to everybody, it shows up in everybody very differently. Like for me, stimming shows up very specifically, nail biting or lip biting. When you're anxious, that is how it shows up. Now, anxiety and fatigue are a direct correlation. When you're tired, you're also getting really anxious because you're not able to get the rest your body needs. There is a lot of ways to battle that sort of sense of anxiety and battle that sort of sense of fatigue. Of course, making sure that you get a good night's rest is the key to all kinds of fatigue queries, and anything that you feel tiredness from. A lot of it stems from like not getting enough hours of sleep. That I cannot tackle here. That, of course, we have to start creating routines in such a way that we make sure that we're getting that 24-hour, 28 hours of sleep maximum and 7 hours of sleep minimum. I wouldn't even say six, because the way we're living in, the kind of world we're living in, the high functional world, the tech world that we live in, it is it is important that we get the kind of rest that will only help us work faster and better in a work environment. Now, of course, this whole thing is about how you can be better and more productive in your workspace, right? And the thing with workspace productivity is it really differs from person to person. Agar mere liye kuch kaam kar raha hai, it doesn't mean that it's going to also work for somebody else. So the first step to this is organizing and understanding and identifying your stimming patterns. So if there's any kind of fidgety habit that you have to first notice that. You have to notice at what point in the day does this start happening. For a lot of people, this sometimes starts happening right after lunchtime, because once we eat food, the body starts going into something called rest and digest mode. तो उसके पहले you're running on flight and fight mode. There's two kinds of nervous systems that we run on. There is parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. Now, parasympathetic nervous system essentially is when your nervous system is calm, when it's doing works like digesting and resting. But the sympathetic nervous system is when your nervous system is usually in work mode. It's fight and flight. You've got to submit reports, you've got to get your work done. So your body is constantly like, it's on high alert. Now, it's not a bad thing to be in a parasympathetic nervous system, because, contrary to what people believe, if you're working on a parasympathetic, which is the rest system, you're actually able to focus your attention better on what you're doing, because all your neurons are not active at the same time, right? So if all your neurons are fired up all together, you tend to reach fatigue faster. And if you want to avoid reaching fatigue faster, the best suggestion I can give you is, the minute you notice this stimming starts in you, right? Like what I mentioned, any kind of fidgeting patterns that you have noticed happen for you, or you notice it in your colleagues because they sit around you or they sit next to you, and you notice that they repeat this certain pattern of behavior or physical movement that you don't do or everybody else doesn't do. It can be very common in two people also. It doesn't have to differ so largely. Like leg shaking, that's like the most common one. So people like really shake their legs a lot. Again, stems from anxiety, stems from fatigue, body is tired, mind is unable to focus. So I tell this to everybody, including myself, when I have long hours of work, the best way to deal with that in the moment, not thinking about how to make a pattern for ourselves, but in the moment, is to slow your breath down, right? Your breath and your heart rate is directly related to which side of your nervous system you are using. Now, if you want to run in the parasympathetic nervous system, it's always a good idea to slow your breath down. So I would like us to do this activity together. I can't see anybody, but I guess that's okay as long as you're here with me. And I'd like us to do this activity together. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring these two fingers together. It's called Chin Mudra. Now, just to let you know about mudras, the thing is we know scientifically that all the nerve endings are in the palms, right? So these two fingers coming together are supposed to bring the nerves together that help with focus and concentration, right? So you're going to start by bringing these two fingers together. आप देखते होंगे योगा में हम ये बहुत ज़्यादा करते हैं, which is why we do it. We do it for focus, for concentration. So I would like you to bring your two fingers together, place them palm upward, facing your palm to the ceiling on your knees, right? ऐसे नहीं करना है. You don't want to extend and stress your shoulders out. Be as relaxed as you can. And with me, 5 times, just lift and drop your shoulders with your breath. You can keep your eyes open. You don't have to close your eyes. Okay, now I want you to count your inhale to 3 and exhale to 6. So count 3 times as you inhale, exhale to 6. Inhale to 3, exhale to 6. Inhale 3, exhale 6. You can close your eyes for the last 3. That would really help. Close your eyes and inhale 3, exhale 6. Follow through with me. Inhale 3, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale. Now you can open your eyes. If you've done this with me, you'll notice automatically आपका जो breath rate है वो slow हो जाता है. Your heart rate and your breath rate are both linked to each other. the faster you're breathing, the faster your heart is beating. The faster your heart is beating, the more likely you're going to get tired and fatigued sooner. So, if your fatigue is showing in terms of fidgetiness, just doing 10 rounds of this breathing, 3 inhale, 6 exhale, can help calm your heart rate, can help calm your breath rate, and in turn, it'll help you relax that part of your body that's feeling agitated. A lot of times, what we don't realize is what fatigue does to you is वो जो oxygen आपके body में जाता है, it inhibits that oxygen movement. So the oxygen is supposed to move in throughout your body and throughout your muscles. But what happens when you're sitting on a chair and your legs are hanging down, there is not enough oxygen flow going into the legs, right? So I always recommend this. I mean, I don't know how much space you have on your seats and in your chairs, but being able to lift your legs up and sit cross-legged, even if it's just one leg on top at a time, can really help. So you want to do like 5 minutes of right leg on top and then 5 minutes of left leg on top. If you cannot bring both your legs up together, then it's a good idea to fold one leg at a time. That also helps with blood circulation and oxygen circulation within the body, because there's this like misconception that fatigue and tiredness is just like you're supposed to feel it. A lot of times you might not feel it, but certain parts of your body feel it, right? So we want to make sure that if we're going to target something like fatigue, we understand that it does not just show up the way we think it shows up, but giving every part of your body movement and rest is equally as important as giving your entire mind and body rest, right? So here what we're going to do today is, further as we go into the breathing, we're going to look at some movements that we can do for certain parts of the body that not only help blood circulation but oxygen flow in these parts of the body. Now, of course, if your tiredness is coming from lack of sleep, then the best thing you can do is, if you have a break time, you need to give yourself a, you don't have to lie down at all. In fact, it's not recommended to lie down in the afternoon and nap. Even if I'm taking a nap in the afternoon, I'll sit up, put a 20-minute alarm, sit in my seat for 20 minutes, just get some shut eye, get back to what I have to do. Right? So that is another way to deal with fatigue that's coming from lack of rest. But a lot of times the fatigue that's coming into our body is from lack of oxygenation. Now, what's happening is that lack of oxygenation is the shallowness of your breath. If you notice, अभी भी अगर आप notice करोगे, आपकी breath short है. It's moving only half. Your lung capacity is here, but your breath is only moving in here. So the tip that I would suggest and give you in terms of dealing with fatigue immediately when it comes to like for focus, concentration, and from work related stress, it's breathing. So you want to take the time to give yourself that 3 inhale, 6 exhale, and that can really help you in the moment to deal with that. So when it comes to emotionally handling stress, see, this session is too small and too short to go into like the details of how emotionally you can handle that. But another tip I could give you is, you need to take the right side of your body and try to touch the left side of your body, right? Even if it's just touching your left ear with your right hand or your right, this is called homunculus, right? जहाँ पे आप जो एक साइड का बॉडी का नर्व्स है, you try to bring them to the other side and you bring that connection. What that does is it really helps with emotional regulation. So giving yourself little hugs. I know it sounds dumb, or agar aap office mein karenge, you're not used to that, but giving yourself that love and attention is really the best way to emotionally deal with that. So maybe you don't have to do this in office, but when you're done with work and you're ready to go home, give yourself a tight little hug and just like go side to side and swing a little bit with it on the other side. So all that emotional frustration that you've built up through the day with work, that can really seep out very quickly. So you want to do that now with me. If you're feeling okay to join me again, I don't really see anybody because the cameras are all off. But open your hands out nice and wide and give yourself a nice big hug. Go all the way around. Try to go as far behind you as you can and just swing your body nice and easy. Just swing your body nice and easy. Swing it, swing it, swing it. Close your eyes and don't forget to smile. Smile. Even if you don't feel like smiling, just smile and do this. So we call this somatic movement therapy, right? So we use this a lot for people that are suffering from PTSD or emotional regulation issues. लेकिन doesn't mean करके सिर्फ आपको emotional regulation issues है तो ही आप कर सकते हैं. You can do this in general if you're feeling very frustrated or angry at work for whatever reasons. So this is a great way to sort of, it's not going to cure you. It's not like all those emotions will completely go away, but it'll help balance out that sense of frustration and anger within you. So that's another thing. And that's understanding burnout. And then signs of early burnout. So like I said, the way to spot signs of burnout is seeing how much stimming you're doing in a day. Now if you notice करके आपके साथ ये बहुत regularly हो रहा है कि every time you go into work you're feeling this sense of frustration or you're feeling this constant need to stim, I suggest you get up, go for a little bit of a walk. Because burnout does not necessarily just have to do with how you're feeling in the job. It can also be with how you're feeling within yourself. Okay, are you feeling satisfied with yourself? Right, and that can show up in your work and that can affect your work productivity a lot. So of course you cannot change a lot of things in a small period of time, but what you can do is you can start understanding your body's signs. Your body is really intelligent and it will keep giving you messages and signs. Okay, I'm not happy with this and I'm not happy with this. It could be with your food, it could be with your diet. Like basically a diet has a really large role to play here. A lot of burnout does come from like weak protein intake. This is not a dietary session, so I will not go deeper into it. But having a high protein intake is a really important sign to make sure that you're not feeling that sense of tiredness or burnout, because protein really helps keep your body functioning in a higher performance level, right? But when you're lacking in protein and there's a lot of carbs in your diet, you will feel that crash earlier on in the day. You will feel that crash right after lunch, or you will feel that crash 2 3 hours before you're ready to leave for the day, and you're not able to bring the productivity level to the top. Now, as human beings, personally, I do not think we should be working for longer hours. But if we are meant to be working for long hours, then I mean, I work for really long hours. So what I do is I make sure that I take little breaks. Okay, even if they're like 20-minute, 10-minute breaks, that's okay. In a day, you need to take 4 breaks like that, where you're taking 10 minutes. Don't go smoke in those 10-minute breaks. Don't go drink coffee in those 10-minute breaks, because the thing with smoking and coffee is those are quick dopamine hits where it feels like, this is helping me. But over a long period of time, what it does is makes you crash out a lot faster. So there are these other things that you can sort of bring into the middle. I mean, of course, I'm not saying that आप overnight अपने patterns बदल सकते हो और overnight आप change कर सकते हो, but what you can do is you can make sure that the minute you feel that sense of crash coming in, just sit back in your chair and start moving your head, but really slowly. Don't swing your neck around like that forcefully, because that's not helping anybody. If you need blood circulation to come in, you're going to really slowly look up, really slowly look down. We call this Brahma Mudra, okay? According to yoga therapy and yoga science, this is called Brahma Mudra, where we're basically taking the neck, which is the very main part of your spine. Aapka jo spine hai starts from the back of your neck, right? So you're sort of releasing any tension in the spine from here. So the minute you feel that crashness coming into you, just do really slow neck movements, looking up, looking down. If you want to join me in this, please feel free, looking up and looking down. Looking up, looking down. Okay, now side to side, really slowly. It would help if you joined me. Do the movements. If you want to close your eyes, even better. Lekin dheere karna hai. We don't want to move like that. Okay, that's not going to help at all. You want the breath to move with your neck. So instead of doing those fast tapping movements or quick leg shaking movements, try to do these slow neck movements. And the last one is hug your shoulder to your ears, relax. Hug your shoulder to your ears, relax. These movements are really like, they don't seem like a big deal because आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा लोगों को करते हुए, and it's a very common movement, but it's very powerful because a lot of your energy, a lot of your nerve endings, they all start from the base of your neck, right? So all these nerve endings get stuck. They become tight, they become tense from that sense of like fatigue and burnout. The first sign of burnout really shows up in your nervous system, in your nerves here. So आपका neck tight लगता है. That's why you feel the need to constantly rotate your neck. But please don't do that. That's not healthy. Over a period of time, that will actually make the health of your neck worse. So instead of that, try to switch out that constant head rotation with small up and down, side to side, and squeezing your ears to your shoulders really slowly. And do it with breath. Let breath guide your movement, and that really helps in releasing that sense of burnout. Automatically, you notice your body temperature relaxes, your nerves around the neck become really relaxed. As we go through the session, of course, we're going to tackle a lot more movements that help us release stress from different parts of our bodies and joints. Okay, so we're gonna get into the stretching and postures. This is essentially for people in offices because you are sitting in a chair. Although I do recommend getting up and walking around for a while, just doing little bit walks up and down. That's really helpful. Walking outside, walking inside, and all of those things are really helpful. But beyond that, we call this Anga Sanchalasana, okay, which is basically small joint movements. Now, all of your nerve endings and your joint and all your joint points are really important because these points are where stress starts storing and then it goes into your muscles. So if you get pain in your shoulders, you get pain in your arms, or you get pain in the back of, this is the most common area of like tension and pain. All of this pain starts from stress. It starts from stress related activities or like stress related lifestyles. So आपका pain अगर आप उसको अभी deal नहीं करोगे, it will become chronic. Chronic in the sense that you will get pain in the same part of your body again and again and again. Now that changes from person to person. If you get pain in your upper back, that is different from getting pain in your lower back. Okay, so your stress is different based on where you get your pain. Now there's a chart that we as yoga therapists abide by that shows us कि pain related to कौन सा emotion है. So if you have pain here, it's related to a certain kind of emotion as compared to pain, say, in your stomach. Now, again, gastrointestinal issues, a lot deeper science than we can handle right now. Like, if you have constant stomach issues, that is also a sign of fatigue. That is also a sign of your brain not being able to relax and compute itself, right? So now we're going to do some basic stretches. The first one we already did, which was Brahma Mudra. I hope you guys did that with me. आपको rotation करना है तो you can do it, but ऐसे करना है. Go around your neck. Don't go around like that because that causes, especially if you're somebody who has low blood pressure or even high blood pressure, it's not a good sign to swing your neck around. You could trigger that, right? So instead, you have to really slowly make a circle around yourself. So imagine करके आपके around एक string है, there's a string going around you, and you're following that string with your chin, and you're using your chin to draw a circle around. So that's how we're going to do rotations if you want to do neck rotations. Really slowly with me. If you aren't joining me, then you can just take a video if you like, so you know you're doing it right next time instead of I've noticed a lot of people doing that at workplaces because before I became a yoga teacher for 5 months, I also worked in a corporate. Very quickly realized that wasn't for me. My calling was always movement based. So I've noticed people doing that a lot. So my first advice to you would be like, please don't do that. Okay, don't swing your head around mindlessly. Instead, replace it with Brahma Mudra, really slow movements for the neck. Okay, that's the first one. Now, your neck is the first joint in your body. Then you have to go to your second joint, which is your shoulder. Now, These shoulder movements are super easy and really easy to do in general. So I would like you to join me wherever you're sitting. Bring your arms to shoulder level. Shoulder level से ऊपर नहीं आना चाहिए, only till shoulder level. And then take it as behind as you can. जितना पीछे ले जा सकते हो उतना पीछे ले जाओ. So can you see me from here? It's like lift as much as you can and then swing. आपको stiff नहीं रखना है, आपको swing करना है, swing करना है, swing. So when you come front, your arms only come till here and then they swing. Really loose. You're gonna swing it. You're not gonna, you see my fingers? They're super loose. They're not straight. They're loose. And now I want you to close your eyes and you'll feel the blood circulation in your fingers as you do this. Keep going at least 10 times. We have to do at least 10 times. 3, 2, and 1. Okay? If you have any questions, you can put your palms up and I can answer them. But for now, just follow through with me. So you're basically keeping your arms shoulder level and you're letting them go as back as you can. पीछे ज़्यादा जाना है, ऊपर यहाँ पे ज़्यादा नहीं आना है. You want to go more back and then you want to stop here right in the center. Okay? So do those 10 times and then relax. Let your arms just loosely hang by your side. ना तो उसे ऊपर रखना है, ना तो ऐसे रखना है. Hang. Loose to your side. Okay, you wait for 5 seconds. You breathe. Okay, now the next one. This one is called opening the shoulder. This one was swinging front and back. Now we're going to open and close. ये आप दोनों हाथ साथ में भी कर सकते हो या you can do one arm at a time. This is your choice. Again, we're sticking to the shoulder joint. So your movement is let it come around and tap you. जोर से मत मारो, otherwise you'll be like this yoga teacher told me to hit myself. Don't hit yourself, just tap yourself. Tap and take it back. Abhi normally क्या होता है when we're taking this arm back, it drops नीचे. But we want to keep it shoulder level. So we're opening it shoulder level, tap, tap, loose, tap, 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 tap. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of those. I don't know if you guys are following through with me, but 10 of those. And then the other hand, tap, tap, tap. Take it as back as you can. I can't right now, I have a desk behind me. Tap, tap, tap. Again, 10 times on both sides. You want to do this with me. You want to see the difference it makes. Tap, tap. Let it come and tap you. Go behind. पीछे जाना है straight level में, नीचे नहीं, straight. Okay? Done. Again, let your arms hang loosely. Breathe. Good. Now the next one is above your head. So we've done the front and back, we've done open and close, and the other one is going over your head. Again, here you're going to tap the side of your head and then tap your hips. Tap the side of your head, tap your hips. It should touch your body down, it should touch your body on top. और ऐसे half movement नहीं करना. Full out, full down. And swinging. Again, all of these movements that we're doing, right? They're meant to be swinging, like really loose. अब अपना हाथ जितना loose रख के करोगे, it's the better it will be. So you want to go into both your hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you're making sure your hands touch your body on top and down, right? That is the third shoulder movement. Now again, let your arms between all of these. आप साथ में नहीं करोगे. You won't continually do them. Between all of them, you're going to take a break to just relax. Stay where you are. Loose and breathe. 3 and 6. Remember, the 3 and 6 breath is your power move. Think of it as your power move and do it as often in the day as you need to. Because the more your breath is slow and the more oxygenation happens, the better you will be in terms of reaching fatigue and burnout. वो देर में होगा. It'll happen in the evening when it's supposed to happen. Now your body needs to shut down and rest at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. That's the time it should happen. Anytime before that is a sign that your body needs just good movement and good oxygenation, right? The last shoulder movement now. Bring all your fingertips together. Okay, and if you don't have the time to do all these four, you can just do this last one also. It's good enough. For though it is important to do all four, क्योंकि आपको जो वो movement base मिल रहा है आपके joint पे, front, back, side, front, up, that's really important for your shoulders. Okay, now let's get into this. Shoulder rotations, nice and easy. You want to keep your fingertips touching at all times on your shoulders at all times, and then you just go around, rotate your shoulders completely. And when you're rotating, it's a good idea to breathe yahan pe, not yahan pe, yahan pe, top of your chest. Look at me. Again, 10 times clockwise, 10 times reverse. I hope you're completing all of these movements. I cannot see many names, but okay. Everyone's good so far? So far, so good. Abhi tak thake nahi hai hum. We've not done too much. We've just done neck and shoulders. So we're going to relax our hands and take a breath. Really good. Now, the next one that we're going to do is for your hips. Now, for this, essentially, we do recommend standing and doing this. But if you don't want to stand and do this, the other alternative, because last May we will have to stand for the hips. But now for the torso, we do not need to stand really. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend front, bend back. लेकिन आप bend सिर्फ body से और hip से नहीं कर रहे हो. Let me just turn this lower so you can see. Okay, so you're not just bending from the hips, you're also moving your shoulders and elbows, the whole thing. So you're going one. So you see my shoulder, my elbow, everything is dropping forward. So it's like I'm closing my body in on itself, right? So I'm going 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now thoda sa momentum. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swing where you are. Now lift your chin a little. लेकिन ऐसा lift नहीं करना कि आप पूरा ऊपर देख रहे हो. You're looking in front of you and above, not above you on the ceiling. You look. अगर आपके सामने एक wall है, so you're looking on top of the wall. You're not looking at your ceiling, right? Because then you're like that. We don't want to be like that. We just want to open, close, look down, open, look in front of you. Close, look down, open, look in front of you. Now faster. With me. Come on, close your eyes and really move. Don't think about what others are saying and how you're looking. That's nobody's problem. Because body ko, so you have to think about your body. You have to think about how to relax and keep your body happy. People can never be satisfied. So we're not going to think about making people happy. We're going to think about making the body happy because it does so much for us. The least we can do for it is give it some release. Now, last one. Really good. Now, the whole point of this session is not that aap remember karo ye movements sare in this exact order, but it's to understand that your body is genuinely really supporting you through a lot in the day. It's doing a lot for you through your life, through your day. And हम उसको बहुत ignore करते हैं. हम बाकी लोगों के बारे में सोचते हैं. We think about how our skin is looking. We think about if we are looking thin or fat or fit and all of that. But what really is the key to good health is to think about your body and how it's feeling. Is it feeling happy in the moment? Is it feeling stressed? Because work and all of that aside, you have to go back with yourself only. You have to go back home, you have to sleep in your bed by yourself. It doesn't matter who's sleeping next to you. At the end of the day, you need to have a functional body to be able to enjoy your life. And these simple movements like rotating your shoulder, rotating your neck, moving at your hip joint, moving at your leg joint, These simple movements make a big difference क्योंकि आपके जो muscles हैं, their health is directly related to your joint health. And हम कभी-कभी joint के बारे में भूल जाते हैं. In fact, even in gyms, we actually did a session at a gym, and we were talking to all these gym instructors and gym trainers, and they were like, yeah, we do lots of weightlifting. And I was like, yeah, but when do you swing your joints around? Like, when are you swinging the muscles of your joints without the weights? And they're like, yeah, we don't actually do that. And I was like, that's the thing. Your joint health is more important than your muscle health. क्योंकि ठीक है, muscle को आप weak है तो you can strengthen it. लेकिन अगर आपके joints weak होने लगे, there's only replacement for that. There's no alternative for that. So when it comes to like being productive, you have to go back to something as intrinsic as seeing कि आपके nerve और joint का health कैसे है, because that is directly related to your emotional and your productive health, even at work, even in relationships, in any aspect and phase of life. It's related. You might not think that this is important, but it leads up to a very different sort of sense of health जो आपको कभी नहीं मिलेगा unless you're constantly running on this. So I work with people that have arthritis. I work with older people who are in their 70s and 80s, and they do this every day. वो कुछ नहीं करते, वो बस अपने joints सारे के सारे हिलाते हैं, wrist ये सब करते हैं, and that's good enough for them, because at that age they don't really need to be doing weightlifting. Not that weightlifting is bad. Weightlifting is great, and if you're doing it, please continue doing that. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the most important joint when it comes to work. Is we're constantly on our phones and we're constantly on our keyboards, and our wrists aren't getting enough love. They're not getting enough attention, and they get tired. So this thumb twiddling and your pen flicking, again, those are signs that your hands need that oxygenation, right? That's why your body is doing that. Your body is like, move me, move my joints. So you're gonna extend your arms with me. So push your hands away from your body, halke se, not pull them itne zor se, gently. And then at your wrist, I want you to go up and down, not zor jhatke se, gently but fast. When I say gently, I mean the movement is gentle, but you're going fast. 1, 2, I want you to go 10 times. 3, 4, 5, with me. 6, do it with me. 7, 8, 9, very good. 10, stop. You'll feel it, yeah, pe pura. All these muscles also start to work a little bit, which is a good sign. Now face your palms towards each other. थोड़ा दूर रखो एक दूसरे से. Don't try to bring them too close. A little wider away, and then you're going in and out. 1, 2, you want to do them 10 times. Everything. Essentially, we do everything 20 times. But if you're starting off, 20 ज़्यादा हो जाता है. So you can always just start with 10. 7, 6, 7, 8. My math isn't the best. I'm not a math teacher. Thank God. 9, 10. Okay. So you want to release. You must have felt that yaha pe, forearms pe, on the part of your bicep, which is all good. You're supposed to feel it there. That's good enough. Okay. Now the last one for your wrist rotations. Very important. Now a lot of times I've seen people doing rotations ऐसे नहीं. आपके wrist proper full होने चाहिए. Doesn't mean you have to squeeze them, but they have to be a tight fist, right? You're not squishing your fist tightly. You're just making sure that it's fully closed. Now, when it's fully closed, you're gonna again extend your arms. If your arms are tired of staying like this, bend them. That's okay. Rotations. Don't make them loose as you go. Keep them fully closed. Fully rotate, rotate, rotate. Nice. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Now reverse. 1. Now, if you notice, I'm doing it a little differently. A lot of times we're taught कि wrist rotation ऐसे होता है, but you're actually rotating your wrist around itself. So think you have like a magic wand and you're going around with your magic wand. Right? So your rotation's actually in one direction happening around your wrist. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm going around my wrist joint. I'm not just going with my wrist joint. I'm going around it. Yes. So you'll notice you can feel muscles जो शायद आपने कभी feel ना किए होंगे, because This rotation is not something that most people do. You need to do like a full around the wrist rotation. It's a little complicated at first. Once you get the hang of it, it's fine. It's like making an 8, right? You're making an 8 with your wrist. Okay, done. Relax. Now your fingers, let's not forget your fingers. Carpal tunnel is a very common condition that happens for people that use their phones to do a lot of their work, or use their keyboards to do a lot of their work, because your fingers are constantly in a certain angle and you're not moving them. Carpal tunnel is super common in our generation. In fact, our parents' generation even more. So you can imagine, jab tak hum 70 tak pahunchenge, it's going to be even worse for us, right? So these four, okay, 4 is too much. I'll just show you those 2 movements, and these are good enough to do on a regular basis. That will help you avoid any carpal tunnel or any kind of finger related problems, right? Or palm related problems. First is you squeeze and you release. तो आप अपने palms को अपने से दूर रखो sideways, and then you're doing this. I'm sorry, I don't have space now to show you and do it, but it's basically this. Right? You're squeezing, releasing. It's always a good idea कि आप अपने हाथों के बीच में कुछ रखो and then do it. Like, you know, those smiley balls, those stress balls, those are a good idea. So you want to squeeze them, release them. This, you do it 10 times, do it twice a day, even better. Now, I don't know if everybody has that kind of time or is that invested in their finger health to do it twice a day, but once a day is good enough. And if you don't have a ball, just do it on its own. That's good enough too. Something's better than nothing, always. Something's better than nothing. So keep squeezing and releasing. Do it with me. This actually helps your heart pump blood also much better. So this movement helps आपका जो heart rate, जो blood pumping जो slow जाता है ना, उससे बहुत fatigue build होता है, उससे cholesterol भी build होता है. So a lot of problems come from like bad blood circulation in your body. This posture, this movement actually helps with blood circulation in your body too. Okay, I think we're done with that. And now the last one for your fingers is this one. Only the fingertips. You're gonna make your fingertips meet and full open. ऐसा नहीं कि आधा open कर रहे हो. Full open. And I do this again outside like this. Extending your shoulders, always a good idea. Always a good idea. Okay, so you're going to do this 10 times. I hope you guys are doing it with me. If you're not doing it with me, then try to write it down or remember it, because I would charge you a lot more for this if you came to my session in person. Let's go. You wanna squeeze, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. Do it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Do it till you can feel a burn around these muscles. That's the good sign. और उसके burn के थोड़ा सा beyond, go beyond that burn a little bit. And release, let go. I want you to hang your arms down. And I want you to just close your eyes and go back to that 3 and 6 count. Just 2 times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 5, 6. Okay, open your eyes. If they weren't already closed, open them. Okay, now next movement is legs. We don't want to forget the lower body at all. So I'm going to stand. If you have the space to stand where you are, please feel free to stand and do this with me. So now these movements are actually super easy. All we want to do is kick front and back. Swing. Again, all of these movements that we're doing are swinging movements. So if you can't have the time to go for a walk, you've not done that, this helps release the hip joint from... क्या होता है when you're sitting in the chair at this angle, right? You're constantly bending over here. And this is where a lot of your stress is stored. Hips, especially for men, even for women, but especially for men. Women tend to store a lot of their stress up here in the shoulders. With men, you don't realize आपका hips tight होता जाता है. You're like, oh, why are my hips tight? A lot of it is lack of movement. A lot of it is stress related and stiffness related. So I want you to do this 10 times on both your legs. I want you to swing them. front and back. Or nothing, you have to just stand in front of your chair, next to your chair, hold your chair, and swing your legs. Nice and easy. 10 times, front and back, done. Relax. Do it on the other leg, front and back. सिर्फ आगे पीछे हल्के से. You don't have to kick. No, just loose. Loosely in front and back. Front and back. Nice. Once you're done with that, you're going to do side to side. Okay? Think of it as pendulum. Pendulum swing hota hai. You want to swing your leg like this. Now, if you notice, मैं football की तरह sideways kick नहीं कर रही हूँ. I'm turning my hip and I'm kicking to the side, kicking to the side. To the side, in, up, in, up, in, up. Turn it in, turn it up. Turn it in, keep it up. Turn it in, now switch to the other leg. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, keep going. 4, you want to go in and out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now that was for your legs. Last but not the least, we don't want to forget our ankles. Super important. ये तो आप बैठ के भी कर सकते हो. You don't have to be standing for this one. So I don't know if you can see my ankles, but you're going on your heels, on your toes. पूरा heels पे जाना है, पूरा toes पे आना है. So this you can even sit and do. You want to go heels, toes, heels, toes. This one 20 times. This one's super easy. You're typing an email, you're sending out a work letter, heels and toes. Just do this 20 times. It's good for your ankles, good for your toes, really good for your knees also actually. We do this a lot for people with arthritis. ये heel पे pressure डालना is a good idea क्योंकि हम कितनी आप heel पे कब चलते हो अपने कभी नहीं. So it's a good idea to shift the weight towards your heels once in a while. Okay, heels and toes. I hope everyone's doing that. Give me 20 of heels and toes. 20 of those. Okay, good enough. If you're not done, abhi bhi karte raho. Nobody's stopping you. Just keep doing it. Don't do more than 20 in your first go. It's fine. And then last but not the least, ankle rotations. I don't have to show you how to do this. I'm sure you know how to do this. Just rotate your ankles clockwise 5 times or 10 times, anti-clockwise 5 times or 10 times. Take your ankle. I mean, of course, you don't have to hold it up like I'm doing it. My screen is small, so I'm just making sure that you can see what I'm doing. Essentially, it's just that, right? Ankle rotations, again, a good sign, a good idea to do to make sure you're not creating stiffness in your ankles क्योंकि हम अपना पैर, अपने ankles, अपने wrists, अपने fingers को इतना tension नहीं देते हैं. So those are important things. Now, I was asked to do like specifically how to build personal anti-burnout routines, but I don't really have that much information on all of you personally to be able to give you something that works for you in particular. But what I can do is I can tell you करके आपको certain issues है तो आप क्या कर सकते हो. Now, a lot of times the thing is people have things like shortness of breath. It's not because सबको नहीं होता है. It's a very common thing these days क्योंकि हम breathe करना भूल गए हैं. More like we don't know how to use our entire lung capacity to breathe. Now, I know that this is supposed to be a movement-based session, but as a yoga therapist, I cannot deny that breath is the key factor to all kinds of burnout-related problems. तो आप जितना अपने breath को handle करोगे, उतना आपकी body भी calm down होगी, will come into line, will come into focus and all of that. So this is something that I call super breathing, and I think it's a superpower that all humans have and all humans should use. We call it Bhramari Pranayam, which is humming breath. जहाँ पे हम बस इतना करते हैं. Of course, there's a whole protocol कि कैसे करते हैं. Say I don't have to go into the whole protocol. Essentially हम क्या करते हैं, हम कान बंद करके हम करते हैं. तो हम हमारे बाकी के फिंगर्स हाथ पे रखते, आइस पे रखते हैं और थंब से कान बंद कर देते हैं. पर हम पहले सांस लेते हैं. So first you're going to take a deep breath like this. Then you close your ears, you cover your eyes, and you go This will help you activate your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is the nerve that gets the most strained or stressed when your cortisol levels are high. High cortisol levels is what causes burnout in most human beings. Actually, it is what causes burnout in all human beings. तो आपका cortisol level जितना high है, आपको उतना ही burnout होगा. तो अगर आपको immediately उसको tackle करना है, थेरेपी छोड़ के, अगर आपके पास टाइम नहीं है कि आप योगा क्लास जाओ रोज, या आप जिम हिट करो रोज, या आप ये सारे मूवमेंट्स करो, आपको क्विकली कुछ करना है, हमिंग इज द बेस्ट. आपको जरूरी भी नहीं है कि आप आईज ईयर्स बंद करके करो. आप बस जहाँ पे बैठे हो वहां पे बैठ के और जितना लंबा खींच सकते हो उतना लंबा खींचना है. You want to take your hum as long as your hum can go. आपका breath, it depends on you. Everyone's breath capacity is different. तो अगर आप स्टार्ट करोगे और अगर आप 5 बार हम कर रहे हो, सोचो आपके पास ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है, you're just doing 5 hums. You're just doing 5 of the always mouth closed, yeah, not with your mouth open. So you're inhaling through the nose and eyes closed, really important, eyes closed. You do 5 of these now. Do this for 4 days continuously. फिर ब्रेक लो, फिर वापस 4 दिन के लिए करो, फिर ब्रेक लो. By the 4th time you're doing this, you'll notice आपका जो humming है वो पहले जो टाइम में शुरू हुआ था, अभी वो टाइम से ज्यादा हुआ है. Right, so this helps you increase your lung capacity. That means आपका जो lung में जो capacity है ऑक्सीजन लेने का और निकालने का, वो बढ़ता है. This is the easiest way you can work on lung capacity. Of course, for people that suffer from asthma or dry asthma or things like that, we do much deeper breathing exercises, much more intense ones. But this one is the easiest one that anyone can do anywhere, in the workplace, outside the workplace, at your house, before going to bed. My thesis was on Brahmari. Brahmari helps solve all sleep related issues. अगर आपको sleep related problems है, insomnia है, things like that, you're finding it hard to sleep on time or make a right sleeping schedule, or even you wake up groggy. I wake up at 5:30 because of my work, but when I started waking up, I didn't enjoy it. I'd wake up really groggy, really unhappy, like, oh, I have to go about doing this. But because of Brahmari, every night, no matter what time I wake up fresh. I wake up happy. I wake up like, yeah, I can take the day on. So Brahmari helped me. It's helped bunch of my students with sleep related issues. So I would really recommend Brahmari to everybody in the world, because it's just there. Yoga therapy. Yoga is the most ancient science given to us, thankfully. And हम उसे इतना seriously नहीं लेते हैं क्योंकि we're so used to taking what white people or what Western media tells us seriously. So we're all for gymming and weightlifting, which is great, not gonna lie. But breathing techniques and these Ashwasanchalasana, these small joint movements, they make such a big difference and keeping your body active. Not even healthy, just active. आपको वो जो सेंस ऑफ टायर्डनेस लग रहा है, अगर आप ये सारे बॉडी मूवमेंट्स करो, आपका जो वो फ्लो है ना, ब्लड फ्लो, ऑक्सीजन फ्लो, वो खुल जाता है. Once that opens up, that sense of like, it goes away immediately. Like, I just finished work and I came here, I've done these 5 movements with you guys, and already my energy levels are like, I can do another 2 classes if I have to. Thankfully I don't, but I could. So I'm just saying, like, these things, they might not seem like a lot, लेकिन आप regularly करोगे तो आप खुद इसके benefits देखोगे. You yourself will see the difference. Now, how to inculcate these in your daily routine? That can be a challenge. I understand that. तो मैं क्या करती हूँ ना, मैं एक जर्नल लेती हूँ. आपके पास जर्नल नहीं करना है, आपको लिखना नहीं है, तो आप फोन पे भी लिख सकते हो. I set an alarm. ठीक है, मैं अपने फोन पे अलार्म लगाती हूँ twice a day that reminds me breathe. One alarm reminds me to breathe. तो मैं कोई भी एक ब्रीदिंग टेक्निक करती हूँ, उस मोमेंट में बैठ के आई डू इट. डजंट मैटर व्हाट इज हैपनिंग अराउंड मी, क्या चल रहा है, मैं कहाँ हूँ, आई डोंट केयर. मुझे वहां पे बैठ के तभी आई हैव टू डू द ब्रीदिंग टेक्निक, बिकॉज माय फोन हैज एन अलार्म सेट फॉर दैट एग्जैक्ट टाइम. So much so that now I don't have to wait for the alarm. My body knows what to do in that time period. So on that particular time, every day I sit down, I do one breathing exercise. Then I have a second alarm that rings in the morning after my morning sessions that says, do your body warm-ups. Of course, मैं classes करते वक्त लोगों के साथ करती हूँ, लेकिन focus के साथ नहीं, because I'm focusing on them, I'm not focusing on myself. So for you to make sure that you're focusing on yourself, you set an alarm, I'm going to do my body warm-ups. Even if it's at your workplace, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think about how you're looking like. Who cares? All you care about is how you're feeling. And if you're reaching your full capacity, not just at work, but within your own body. क्योंकि जब आपकी body खुश है, your brain is happy, your work is happy, your boss is happy. It's all a cycle, it's all interconnected. And I genuinely feel like if you pick up a few things also from this, I'll be really happy. And I feel like I've done my job here today. And I hope you guys, I think it's almost time. And yeah, the last thing I was asked to do is learn to prioritize personal time outside of work. So this is your personal time outside of work. You have to give your body the time and attention it needs. Nobody else deserves your time and attention, not your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner. Okay, maybe they do a little bit. Not your work, yourself. और हम ये अपने पूरे हसल कल्चर में इन द बिजीनेस ऑफ द डे इन द बिजीनेस ऑफ मीटिंग फैमिली रिक्वायरमेंट्स फ्रेंड्स सोशल रिक्वायरमेंट्स हम भूल जाते हैं that there's a body requirement, that this is just as important. So I would really appreciate if today you take that stance that yes, I'm going to give my body time, whether it's just a breathing exercise, whether it's just swinging my arms around like a monkey everywhere, doesn't matter what it is, you are going to take that time out for yourself and move your joints, move your neck, give yourself breath to heal. All of these things will make such a big difference in your life. Starting में आपको लगेगा नहीं, आप 2 हफ्ते तक ये continuously करो, you'll feel like a different person. You'll be like, where do I have all this energy from? It's because you're not storing it, you're not blocking it, you're releasing it. And all of these are just release movements. They're ways to release yourself from that stress, from the tension that your body is constantly storing. You're releasing it, you're breaking out of it, right? And that's how I see it. I hope that's how you see it too and learn to see it. And I guess this is all I could share with you in this